how long does the menstrual cycle typically last? I promise there's an error I'm going to fix in there. So is it 24, 26, 28, or 30 days?
I clicked on the wrong one.
I don't know what I clicked because it doesn't tell me, so I just clicked a random one.
Okay, I'll read off the answers as well. So there's no, I'll go in terms of order, I'll go red, blue, yellow, or I guess in yellow, orange, and then green, okay? All right, yeah, so last 28 days. This one was a question from, we did a Kahoot on Monday, then we decided to kind of can everything. But yeah, so last 28 days, so it's not a full month. And so one thing that if anyone, I mean, hopefully you guys are too young for this, but I mean, if you're on birth control for females, you'll notice that you guys get pills every 21 days and then you have a break for 7. And that's because they're trying to keep up with the same, or I guess the same amount or typical time for the menstrual cycle to happen, which is 28 days.
My birth control goes to 29.
To 29, it should only go to 28.
It shouldn't, Heavenly. If anything, it would just be a sugar pill.
Yeah, you should have the 1 to 21 days should be the birth control itself, and then you should have 7 days of what's called placebo, where it just makes sure that you don't forget to take your pill. So if you keep on taking it every day, then you won't break that habit. So.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, true or false? Menstruation occurs if an egg is unfertilized. True or false? All right, and that one is true. So remember, menstruation is that period. So that is the releasing of the egg. If the egg is unfertilized, it needs to get out of that body. So the menstruation cycle itself can restart and go through that process again. So the body will try to eject and get rid of that egg if it has been unfertilized. All right, good stuff, guys. Okay, true or false? Eggs and sperm are diploid, or some people say diploid. Awesome, and that is false. Remember, eggs and sperm are haploid, which means that they have half the number of chromosomes. So when they come together, they will have the full set of chromosomes. Awesome. Yellow buffalo in the lead. Question 4. When does the placenta and embryo begin to develop? So red, when fertilization occurs. Blue, when oxytocin is released. Yellow, after 8 to 9 weeks after conception. And green, when the blastocyst attaches to the uterus. All right. So is when, so fertilization, that one occurs right when the egg and sperm join together. And so that is the beginning of the, I guess, your process. And so what's going to happen is that as it goes through there, then it's going to go through that special mitotic cell division, and it's going to make its way through the fallopian tubes. So as it goes through that cell division, it's going to continue to grow until it forms into a blastocyst, which then leaves the fallopian tubes and attaches itself to that endometrium, or the wall in your uterus. So when oxytocin is released, that is part of the labor process when you start to have contractions. And then, and I guess after 8 to 9 weeks, I guess that one technically, that one there, I believe, yeah, could be true, but no one picked that one as well. I can only choose one right answer, so. All right, but good job, guys. That was a tough one. That was a really tough one, I'll say. Okay, so how wide must the mother's cervix dilate for the baby to be born? 5 centimeters, 10 centimeters, 5 inches, or 10 inches?
Oh, wow, I guessed that one.
I'm glad no one chose 10 inches. 10 inches is almost a ruler. Holy man.
A lot.
That is a lot. Holy man. I mean, 10 centimeters in itself is, I would say, is a lot, but 10 inches, holy cow. Yeah, so it'll dilate to about 10 centimeters when the child is ready to exit the womb. All right, good job, Yellow Buffalo. We're still in the lead. All right, which type of contraceptive would offer the best protection against STIs? All right. Good job. So the answer there was the condoms. So that one there was going back to what you guys had done on Wednesday. So the best way to protect yourself against STIs is through the male or female condom. Those ones there had the yes with the asterisk saying that it's not perfect, but I mean it's probably, I mean if you're looking to protect yourself against STIs, those would definitely be your better options, say as compared to your oral contraceptive or IUDs. And even sterilization itself. Sterilization is probably would be the best method for preventing pregnancies, but it still does not. It doesn't prevent the the passing of fluids from the female and male bodies, so you could still be at risk of STIs. All right. Last question. So, which type of contraceptive would offer the best protection against pregnancies? All right, yeah, and that one there is the sterilization. So remember, if we even if we went back to that recap, but the condom, that one there actually had quite a high rate of pregnancies. So that was this one right here. So we had 210, I guess 210 if they weren't following the proper use, or even 50 of them. Whereas, and then the male condom was 150 if it was in improper use, or 20 with perfect use. But sterilization, that is where you're tying your tubes, so you're not allowing that, sorry, I'm trying to go back to my Kahoot here, not allowing that, either the egg to be released because, it's been removed, or even allowing the semen because that pathway's been cut off. One thing, I guess, if I guess just kind of talking about this is, I guess going back to contraceptives, is that scientists are now developing a male kind of birth control where it's an injection. So that one there's kind of interesting. There's been some controversy around the male birth control because of some of the side effects. But if you look into some of the research, just from the couple articles that I've read, it's actually less side effects than, say, the oral contraceptives for females. If you're on birth control, there's actually quite a bit of risks, including like things like blood clots. So it's there are some really I guess some big risks or possible possible side effects that could occur. And so apparently, I mean, I don't know if maybe it's changed since the last time I read it, but the male birth control is, while it is an injection, it does have way less side effects. So it's definitely kind of something interesting if you want to maybe do some more research on that. But anyway, so look at our podium, guys. We had Yellow Buffalo as #1.
Yay!
Hey. And then Caring Urchin and Dazzled Bat. Good job, guys. But yeah, so I guess, Kate, but don't leave just yet, because I want to talk quickly about what's going to happen for next week. But as of this week, did you guys have any questions, either about your assignment or the notes themselves?
I got second place.
No.
Congratulations on 3rd place. Okay. So just to finish off this unit, we are looking at, it is May 4th. So you guys are just going to take 2 days to work on your unit review. It is not for marks, so do not hand it in. This is just to help you recap what we've learned this entire unit. So just complete on your own time. This is also a good chance for you to work on your missing assignments. And then on Wednesday, we're going to move into chemistry, which that one, as I said before, is a really important unit for grade 10 science. So make sure you guys get your unit review done, and then get ready for Wednesday, which is when we start chemistry.